Okay. Let me just double check that this works. Because I am doing it a different way today, you guys. Oh my goodness. We have so much to talk about. Okay. It looks like it is working. Let me just double check this. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me. I so appreciate that. You guys are so amazing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm ready to talk about this whole thing. So we are going to go over the report for this whole ordeal. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry. Just stick with me. The motorists are certainly out today. My goodness. See, they're revving their engines because they want to hear it too. They're super excited. They cannot even believe this. Like, insane. Okay, I just so appreciate you guys being here because I know it's a doozy. It's a doozy, okay? So, if you hadn't been following this situation, honestly, don't even worry. I will get you all caught up. So, what's up, turds, nerds, freaks, and geeks, and all that's in between? It's me, your girl, Daisy Dame. Welcome to, or welcome back to my channel. I'm genuinely blessed to have you here. I do hope that you will like, sub, and hit the bell because, oof, this topic, it is a doozy and it weighs on my heart and it has ever since 2021. So, I will encourage you though, please share, and like because that's what we can do, you know, to just help in the best way that we can, right? I guess I have to actually have it pulled up this way. Hi guys, you're so sweet. That's fine. I'll do it this way. I just want to be able to be sure that I can see you guys. Chatting away. Let me see. Okay. Alright. Sorry. Alright. Just want to make sure it's all set up. If you haven't already, do check me out on Twitter, on TikTok, on Insta, modmaggieart. And I want to start with, real quick, one thing I'm grateful for, and that is for amazing loved ones. And yeah, that's what I'm going to go with because it just fits for the stream. And don't forget, there's always little lovely things for you guys in the description down below. Alrighty, so the purpose of this stream today is to return to the pits of hell, unfortunately. I guess that's what you would call it. I don't know how else to put it. We're going back to hell. Yay! No, I'm kidding. But we are going back to Astroworld, which is basically the same thing. Because finally, a police report has been given to the public, like a full release of the police report has come out, and that's significant, okay? Because this would be the Houston police, and we want to see what happened here. We want to see where the stories differ, because if you guys had followed along with me when this all occurred, you'll know that we are quite invested. I've seen just about every video on the whole topic. Astroworld was a once annual concert held by the still mostly irrelevant Travis Scott. It was held in Houston, Texas, and it was at NGL Park. The fest was first held in 2018, and this is because that's when Astroworld had come out, right? Okay, we're gonna get jumping into it, so don't mind me as I just shrink down right quick. Look, I shrunk myself. I have powers, okay? Look at that. How about that? Alright. So here it is. Here's the Houston Police Department report, and it has all the information, and my stomach started to twist and jump and twirl, and so, golly, just prepare yourselves, okay, guys? Like, just be prepared, be aware, know that this is a doozy, alright? So, again, it was released in 2018 as the album. The last event was held in 2021, and this would see the loss of 10, not 8, which we thought it was, 10. The loss of 10. Last we left off, I thought it was 8. So, I'm just shooketh about this, okay? And for those of you, again, who were with me at this time, you know I was very invested. I am very invested. So much so that I ensured that it was just, there was a piece of artwork done for the one who was the youngest in this whole ordeal. His name was Ezra. And it was amazing. It was just a really beautiful piece of art. And we sent it in to the family and got it to them before Christmas. And so I've talked to the people who've lived through this. I've talked to the people who've lost through this. So it's like, I'm invested, okay? I've done artwork about this because it was such a big deal. And it was such such a, just an event, such an event, right? I don't know how else to put it. Okay, so yeah, as I stated, long-time subs, you'll know this isn't to be like, oh, pat me on the back, like I did something kind. It's not like that. It's just to show you that this is how invested I was. Like, this is how invested I am, and this is how much I wanted to do something. That's how I feel every time after these things happen. I want to do something. I want to help. I want to find a way to make the circumstance better, because this should have never happened. Nobody should be going to see a concert to have a good time and a night away and fear that they might not come back. Like, that's just absurd to me. I don't know. So please, again, as I stated, please do like, please do share. That's the only thing I'm ever going to beg you for. It is important that we get this information out there, because there is some deception going on, and we are, like, who knew, right? Who knew? We said it from the very start. Genuinely, this did not make sense. Just the whole way that this ordeal was set up, this festival was set up. Thank you so, so much. You're amazing. I so appreciate that. I just really dove into this whole thing, and I spoke to those involved in a part of it. Come on. I was waiting for the last one. I apologize. But my goodness, I guess it needed a moment for a breath of air. All right. So people who attended, overall, they said that they got this really terrible feeling. Overall, people who, did not believe in God once, they now do. There was a lot of praying that night, I know for sure. And they stated that the entire thing was set up in a way to create fear and panic. Thank you so, so much. Oh, I know, right? That's why I'm trying to, contain myself, because it is a rough one. And once you hear this information, oh my gosh, just wait. My heart was pounding through my chest. I just don't know how this is okay. I don't know how no one's been held responsible when it was, I don't know. Allegedly, it looks pretty deliberate, But we're going to get into the police report and see what they have to say about it, because their stories certainly do differ than mainstream narrative or Travis Scott's camp narrative, right? Because as far as Travis Scott knew, he didn't know nothing. As far as Travis Scott knew, nothing was going on. It was fine. Look at this mother trucker in a tree. That's what he said. He averted the crowd's eyes to look at a dude in a tree. Like, what? Bro, what? This is the insanity. Oh my goodness, y'all. Okay. So this is another quick reminder also to concert goers. Be careful, okay? Be prepared. Know your exits. Know an exit strategy. If you're going out to have some fun, at least keep your head on a swivel. That's all. Okay, and a quick reminder. Concert goers stated, a half an hour before the show, this weird music came on, right? And let me tell you, I've been to plenty of concerts. I've been to plenty of shows. I know what these concerts and festivals are like. I know that they start music to hype people up. I know that they prepare, things to get people rowdy and ready, right? But this was something very, very different. I want you to just hold on to that for a second, okay? Let's sidestep real quick. We know that the military and the government have the ability to have frequency items, right? So why would it be so far-fetched that these frequency items could be at a festival, right? And making people feel sick and nauseous or confused, because that's how a lot of people felt. They felt deranged. How else do you put that? Deranged. They felt not themselves. They felt scared. They felt anxious. And I'm sure, don't get me wrong, some of these people, maybe you had too much of the God's greens and you got a little panicky, okay? Who knows? Not for me to judge. But I will tell you that most people were saying something felt horribly off. Something felt from the very start very bad. bad, very bad, okay? I kept seeing that over and over and over again in all these videos. That was a very big, repetitive message throughout this whole thing. Something was wrong from the start. So is it truly far-fetched to really believe that this is something that could be utilized when we know that music and movies and everything, it's all in cahoots anyways, right? They're all used to direct the public in a certain direction. Oh my gosh, it's almost like they're cattle in a stable. It's so weird. It's so weird. Wow, right? Wow. Because they were. That's what that setup was. And especially, Cal and I and others who like have been to plenty of shows, who've even played shows, who've been like the person to play the show, right? You know how a stage and all this is meant to be set up. It was not. It was absolutely atrocious the way they set this stage up. It was so flawed. Like, how do we have emergency planning in place when that doesn't even take place? Like, how? That doesn't make sense. Why are there people especially on board for emergency planning when it doesn't take place, okay? It doesn't make sense, okay? In the very start, there was a phoenix rising from the ashes. Oh my goodness. Really? Really? And what does that symbolize? Well, we would know. We know, right? That symbolizes being reborn, born anew, born from the flames. Okay? I just find that really curious. Also, I painted this painting because this is what the stage looked like, okay? And this was a picture that reoccurred. These motorcyclists. There was pictures of red and blue souls going into a portal, okay? Portal hole for the souls. Like, that's what they were showing. Okay, as long as you know and I know that this ritual showed that. Okay? All right, cool, great. Because that's what it did. I know it's a weird painting, but that's what was there. The stage also had the big rocky mountain and the tunnel. What does that remind you of? Oh, the Gothard Tunnel. Like, really? Come on, my dudes. Hi, Frank. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I so appreciate it. You guys are amazing. Seriously, like, come on. So, all right, we see that there's also bodies, if you noticed, which we did, on top of the stage that were going into a portal to where? A portal to where? Like, I get it. As an artist, I am one of the first to be like, art exists. There's like public art. There's all these different types of art, right? All kinds of art forms. And for some, setting up a concert and stage and all this is an art form. And they failed at that, right? Like, it's all pointing to one thing, right? I will try and watch the rights. I know that that is bothersome to some. I understand that, though, because I have to watch my ums. I have taken those totally... I have attempted to take those out of my speech. So some may recall that this would also have been the 3rd annual Astroworld. Very curious. And numbers may not matter to you or me, but it sure does to them. Also keep in mind that Kris Jenner had their 66th birthday right before that. May not matter. Could just be a coincidence, you know? Who knows? But may not be. I don't know. It seems as though no one has been held accountable. No one may be held accountable, which is... What? Huh? Wait a minute. How come it's only at, like, these types of events that people can get away with this bullcrap? How is that? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand this. If a tragedy occurs and it is someone's concert, like, don't you think if they are someone who riles the crowd up, that they are actively urging them to do these things? Like, wouldn't somebody hold some blame here? I would think you could. I would think you could put it on somebody, okay? Another curious point is that Fortnite had Travis Scott's concert right before all this. Travis Scott, listen to this, okay? I know. It's frustrating when I have to do that. Really? Travis Scott was in Fortnite. What does that mean? Fortnite. Kitties. Kitties in Fortnite. So that means they directly targeted the children. Yes, the children. That's me. Okay, let that be me. They did. This show was all ages. Thus, we have our youngest 10th member of that now infamous group, Ezra, who we sent the painting for, his family. Madness to me. Madness to me, right? Who else was in Fortnite singing? Oh, it was Miss Ariana Grande. And she happened to blow up too. Literally and figuratively, y'all. Because we all remember that performance in France, right? Girl literally blew up. Like, What is going on? How is this okay? And why is no one being held responsible? Like, what the heck? But then what happened after that? She got real big, didn't she? But where is Travis Scott? Crickets, y'all. Crickets. Straight crickets. Where you at, Travis? We ain't heard nothing from you. People say that it's difficult to truly say who's at fault here. No. It's oh my goodness. How is it difficult? They say that it's clearly hard to point at who was in charge. Listen to that. It is clearly hard to point at who was in charge. So what happened at this event is that everyone walked around shrugging at each other. Shrugging. So it was caught on camera so that people knew, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Very much verbal with their bodies. Boo-boo. What? What? This literally happened, y'all. So that they could say, we didn't know. We didn't know. They told us go on. And they did. They sure did. Hi, thank you so much for joining me. Please do hit the like. Subscribe if you haven't, y'all. I'm going off because this freaking this stuff is mind-boggling to me. Kitten, thank you so much for being here. You guys are warming me heart. So, who's to blame? Come on now. Okay, alrighty. The stage was set up like a big corral. You know, like how they want to treat you like chickens and the cows? Chickens and the cows. Are you cow? No. You are human. Like I know, very simple. Human. Human. Okay? Do you belong in corral like cattle? No. Not good for human. Okay? Because then what happens? We see what happened at Astroworld. The pits of hell opened up and people fell on in. And then more people fell on in. And then more people fell on in. I love you too. Oh, it's in madness to me. Like, oh my goodness. This is known as crowd crush. And this is how 10 people lost their lives that night. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, that's madness to me. So in the papers, they admit that Travis Scott saw people who needed help. I'm going to say it again. In these papers, in these documents right here, okay? They admit Travis Scott saw people who needed help. And he said, meh, meh. And he sang to them on a high rise. Mother trucker could see everything, okay? He saw the whole dang stage. The whole thing. And he's like, don't see a thing. Like, are you serious, bro? What? Okay. If you guys haven't recognized the name Travis Scott, it's because he's still pretty irrelevant. But you might recognize it if I say Kylie Jenner, right? Again, you heard Kris Jenner earlier. Yeah. He's Kylie's baby daddy. And their child was there. Stormie. Their baby, Stormie, who was like 5 years old, went to this show, had front row seats, and saw this happen. And then was safely escorted out. Like, woo! Holy cow. Happy birthday, Grandma. What the heck is going on? Yeah, this one hits me right in the heart piece. It really does. So, it's just, I don't understand. The show started around 9 exactly, okay? He claims that he did not hear people. Listen to this. Listen to this. Travis Scott claims he did not hear people tell him, stop the show. Stop at the show. But girl. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you dang well did, okay? And we can prove that now. So, only, right? Only some have been sued since. Y'all, Drake was there. Drake was at the show as well. Remember that? Remember Drake was there? Our boy Drake. Oh boy. Oh boy. So, yeah, Kylie was there. Drake is there. Stormie's there. Travis is there. They're all there. They're all there, guys. So despite no charges, over 300 lawsuits have been filed over the deaths and injuries at the concert against Live Nation and Travis Scott. Oh, I forgot it was you, Live Nation. That's curious. I forgot it was Live Nation, huh? God dang, Live Nation. That looks so bad for you. That's so bad. All right, so they've been sued, so on and so forth. So those who passed, you know, the 10, not 8, the whole 10 of them, god dang. They ranged from the age of 8 years old, which they said dying. Ezra was 8. You have it wrong. Like, okay, though. He was 8 to 27. 8 years old to 27. They said to have gone up and out of here due to compression asphyxia, aka crowd crush. According to the med examiners, okay? And when we get into these papers, you just wait. You just wait. Some people showed up and were already waiting in the morgue. Already waiting in the morgue? Huh. That's strange. And through the videos that I've seen and watched, I continuously saw one thing. I saw that people said hundreds of people were being pulled out of the crowd. Hundreds. Remember the Mandalay Bay thing? They said hundreds in the crowd. Hundreds were being pulled out. Were being run down. Okay? 10 were told 10? Was it really 10? Can we trust that it was 10? Because we can't even trust what Travis Scott and them are saying. He blatantly said, I heard and saw nothing. We can show you exactly where Travis Scott was and how he did absolutely see everything. Like this, look at this right here. Ezra, there he is. This poor thing. This should never have happened. It is insane to me. Hundreds of bodies, okay? Hundreds of bodies. That's one thing that kept coming up. So many that the tents were full. There was a pile because they couldn't even save them. Huh? Let me hear that again. A pile of people. Human. Poke, hello. We are human. Right here. Imagine. Like, could you even? I can't. I've been to so many festivals, you guys. Listen, I'm not some boring person, okay? I've been to a festival. I've been to a concert. I've been to plenty. I still can't fathom this. I could never imagine Rusted Root allowing such insanity. Rusted Root, first of all, would be like, why is there these sides? Like, what are we doing? Let our people breathe. Like, let our people breathe. There were people being lifted up off the ground like this due to other people's bodies. Like, that's insane to me. To be just standing there, having no control over yourself. Because you're just being lifted up by the crowd. Whoop. Oh my gosh. That's scary, okay? I don't think many have dove as deeply into this. I will say that. I think that we are one of the channels that have dove the deepest. And these papers contain first-hand reports. And we will certainly take a closer look. Remember that many videos, again, said hundreds of people. Hundreds of bodies being drugged from the crowd. People's lips were blue. Faces were purple. In one of the videos, my heart just broke as I heard a man screaming, save my girlfriend, please. There were people sent to every hospital in the local area, which at first seemed a little sus to me. But then I got it. They have to send them to different hospitals because there's so many. They have to send them to different hospitals or they will overwhelm the main hospital. Because at first I was like, why are they spread out like this? That seems odd. Why are they doing this? I think this would be why. Because there was indeed, in fact, hundreds of people. 50,000 people were in the crowd that night. Do you really think it was 10 that suffered that? Just 10? Okay. It was indeed Kris Jenner's 66th birthday, right before that. I'm sure he said a happy birthday to mom and everything. There were people that they knew that they couldn't even save, so they had to do it by process of elimination. If they're gone, move along. That's what the EMT said. If they were gone, they're gone. Move along. we're going to look at what the morgue said, what these officers said, and conveniently, y'all, guess where the body camera footage is? Guess where that is? Well, some of that didn't start until a certain time, and that is so strange to me. These body cameras, how do they just, pop on and off when they want? It's so weird. Thought they were recording all the time. Guess not. Guess not. Why do you wear the body cameras if you don't use the body cameras? Officer, listen, y'all know I will back some blue, but I will also say, hey, what you doing? Why don't you have your camera on? Yeah? So we can save some lives, with the honesty and truth of the matter? Just curious. Lucky for us, and even, people who have seen and were there, more and more of this evidence has come out. And they're saving some. Yeah, that's in here too. Let's look. Ready? So they go into the investigation. They do go on and say that, where's the evidence? They have phones listed. They have, people's stuff. They have their IDs. They go on to talk about all this, okay? It is so, so horrific. I'm just blown away. I really am. So, I don't understand why the body camera is acting like that, for one. And one thing becomes more and more clear. The victims did, in fact, go to these different hospitals. And I want to say now, this is your warning, okay? If I said it already, I said it already. But now, it's about to get real, okay? So for those of you who are an extra sensitive sweetie, just prepare your tummies. But this is needed. We need people to go over this. We need people to talk about this. It's not right. You should not pay to see a mid-grade concert and then possibly have the risk of not even making out of that mid-grade concert alive. That's madness. Imagine that. It is so sad. Paying to lose your existence. For who? Travis Scott, no thank you. No thank you. People want to deny or shy away from the word ritual. Don't be shy. Let us not shy away from the truth, okay? Because the truth is the truth no matter what. It will exist. It will be there whether you like it or not, whether it makes you uncomfortable or not. It is what it is. So let's get more comfortable with calling out the BS, right? Get more people to discuss it. It forces the hand of those in the mainstream and others to report the truth. It really does. Because we have a say. Believe it or not, we really do. Okay? So, for those of you paying attention, as I stated, Travis Scott was indeed on a high rise above the crowd. Hey, thank you so much for joining me. You're so awesome. So that means, let me tell you one more time, that means he saw it all. He saw it all. This dude was above the crowd. Hands out like this. And I'm going to tell you again, what does this mean? I'm going to tell you. Okay, remember Marina Abramowitch, the witch? Okay, she goes like this. Because she harvests people's energy. What was Travis Scott doing? Like in a trance, right? That's what people kept saying. He looked like he was in a trance. Yeah, because he's feeding off these people's souls, getting heathens for the afterlife. I don't know, maybe souls for the afterlife to follow him. I don't know how this stuff works, okay? I'm just letting you know. All right, let's see this high rise, because he was up there, y'all. Don't even try and say, he couldn't have seen it. He saw. You want to know how I know? For one, I have done plays and drama club, and I played music. I played in shows, okay? So I've been on stage performing while there is a crowd. You can see, right? As long as there's lights on the crowd, which there was, you can see. Dude was looking with his eyeballs, his peepers, right at the people. He said it. He said it in the very beginning. He saw it. We're going to see that in this police report right here. Okay? Because don't just take my word for it. Dude says it. Dude says he saw this. But he had no idea it was that serious. Bro, what? Bro, what? People said stop the show. People are losing their lives here. And you said what? You said what? Boy. This boy. And bless this girl right here. Bless her heart. Like, I hope that she has been, like, sainted for real. When I tell you guys, this was set up as a hellscape. It was. Let me show you what I mean by that. I told you that this whole thing was created to incite fear. Yeah, it was. Here's the thing. When you know you're going to a haunted house, you prepare yourself mentally for that haunted house. You're aware, I'm going to get scared. This is what I'm ready for. Ah! When they were going here, they thought, we're going to rage. It's a concert. But what did they get? What is this, Travis Scott, you freaking weirdo? I'm not shying away from the freaking weirdos either, okay? I'm going to say it. I don't like calling people names. Listen, I'm not a child, okay? Like, I'm not someone that's going to be like, oh, da-da-da, right? But if you're acting this weird and sus, I'm going to say you're a weirdo. This is weird, dude. Why are you coming out of a black cube, dude? Wait a minute. Are you an alien? Because we just heard that the aliens are cruising around in little black cubes. Remember that? So, what's this? Oh, is it the cube of Saturn? Saturnus? Satan? Y'all are weird. Y'all are weird. You need some Jesus in your life. Look at all this fire. Would God approve? Would God approve? No. God, he already knows where your soul's going, honey. He ain't worried about you. It is literally the gates of hell. Like, what else do you need? It says, see you on the other side. See you on the other side. Right before the show started, it said, see you on the other side. Other side of what? My guy, other side of what? This life? Yo, they're going to be pissed when they see you, bro. They're not going to be happy when they see you, bro. Travis Scott will get to the pearly gates and 10 people will be waiting there for you. For their moment. For their justice. That's what will happen. And that's the grace and beauty of God. That's what will happen. This is the, like, look at this. Y'all, and they're like, it's not satanic. It's not symbolism. You guys are weird. Literally people walking through a portal here. Okay. So, again, says people literally passing away while Travis Scott does the robot. What? I apologize again if you can't, like, see these very well. I know that some of them are a little bit hard to see, but okay, let's go on. It's just like I'm just amazed. I'm so amazed by all this. It's needed. We need more people to talk about this. Someone needs to be held accountable. This alone is going to hurt those involved. This release alone, the pain, the struggle that it's going to bring up, like it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt all the people who were involved, all the people who were there that night, all the people who lost loved ones, all the people affected. The ripple effect is far and wide, and Travis Scott could not give a boots. And we can prove that now, okay? And I'm not saying allegedly, because it's facts. I'm not saying it. So, while Travis Scott was on a high rise in the crowd, we see this, okay? In June, Texas grand jury declined. Did you hear that? Declined to indict any of these people in this case, which would have included Travis Scott. Okay, there was 5 others. And they declined it. They declined it. Did you hear that? Why would they decline it? That's so weird. Huh. So weird, right? Yeah, we hang out with the right ones. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. You guys know we are authentic here and genuine. And if that vibes with you, then you know what's up. So prosecutors said the circumstance of these passing aways, right, due to the asphyxia, it is limited in what charges they can use due to the way that they had passed, y'all. How do you think someone was aware that maybe, like, if per se somebody were to pass in such a manner that there would be more complications, to say who's at fault here? Do you think that? I think somebody might know something about something, but that's just me. Okay, that's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. So the circumstances are limited as to what they're able to do, due to reasons like the sheer amount of people who put on the event. They climb and makes it higher and higher and harder to prove the negligence in such a case, which is like, huh? It was a ritual. Amen. Say it. Say it. Don't be afraid to say it. I hope that those of you who talk about this, say it. Say it. Say it. Say what it was. Okay? Don't lie to yourselves. You have to live in reality. You cannot deny reality. We are living in it. We're seeing it. We're a witness. Be the witness. We can't change things. Like, you just have to see it and know it. And know that it is wrong. It is very, very ungodly. So, I just find it curious because this happens again and again, right? And also, I want to point out that most of the staff at this time in 2021, remember 2021 when we were like still dealing with like lockdown and stuff being weird and like wearing stuff and doing all this extra stuff, like, oh my gosh, right? And the only people who were able to work were like young 20-somethings because their health was just fine. And well, at the time it was. Now they're all just dropping. It's not funny. It's just like the other day. It's not funny. This ain't funny. 20-somethings, y'all, just dropping. Everybody's like, how's the weather today? Oh, another athlete? Okay, shut up. Don't talk about that, you weirdo. Why would you think like that? Those are theories. Blah. What? Sir, the facts and the evidence would show something wrong. Something real wrong, okay? People don't just drop. Oh my gosh, y'all. Whew, I just cannot. I cannot. The sheer where? Like, why? How come people don't think? Like, just the slightest. How? What? Where? Why not? Where did it go? All right. So they're saying the sheer amount of people that were there makes it harder to put someone at blame. And all these people who were there were younger, okay? And most of them were just trying to enjoy the show themselves. Most of them were getting their own kicks off that stuff, doing their thing, right? And rip-faced, trying to enjoy this concert, right? Well, that clearly didn't work out well, did it? A lot of them seemed like they were just trying to enjoy the show rather than protecting the people that they were there to protect. I believe that the Kardashian curse is very real. I seriously need to do a video on it. I've wanted to for so long, and I want to do it how I interpret as the right way so that people can really get it. Like, it is very much real. Kanye is so lucky to have escaped with his life. Run, Kanye, run. Just keep running, baby. Go. Like, however you feel about Kanye is neither here nor there. Let the man live. Let him be free. Protect that man. All right. So Ken Schaefer is Travis Scott's lawyer, and he claims Travis was in no way responsible for the countless losses that ensued. Sir, they happened right in front of you at your concert, sir. Sir, you were told, stop the show, people are losing lives, sir, and you did nothing. You kept going. They all kept going. Literally, they all kept going. That's amazing. Like, it's amazing as in, like, such a shocking, wow, holy cow kind of thing, right? So it even claimed that he was unaware that people had passed on until after the show, which we know now is a blatant lie. We only then, at the time, could speculate. Dude knew. Dude had to have known because we not dumb. We know how staging and sound and all that setup goes. So we know homeboy is hearing voices in his ears telling him, stop the show, boo-boo. You got 2 gone. Y'all, this is a direct quote. We have 3 under the ground already. This was... What? Dude was told 3 people had passed already, and... Meh. Whew. I just cannot fathom. I have got to block myself, or I'm getting very upset about it. And it's just one of these lights. Alright. So, it's just madness. Some concert goers who luckily had EMT training, they sprung into action and they started pulling, let me tell you again, hundreds of bodies out of the crowd, okay? Thank goodness they were there. Those are the real heroes, by the way. Those are the angels in disguise. Those are your angels in the outfield, if you will. You didn't anticipate that, did you, Satan? Nope. They said, get behind me, Satan. We ain't playing that game. I'm going to save a life today. And that's what they did. Like, just take a freaking bow, dude. Whoever that dude was, take a freaking bow. We love you. You're amazing. You're the one, okay? Good for that. Like, good on that dude. Good on every person that grabbed another human being's arm and pulled them out of that crowd. Good on every person that grabbed the leg of someone and shoved them over the thing so they could breathe and live. Good on every person that put somebody up on their shoulders to get them free from the struggle that was happening down below. Okay? Good on every person that attempted to save a life. Because that's just horrific. It is horrific. It should have never happened. So again, let me set the stage for you one more time as I have. Okay? The concert starts at 9. We know this for sure because that's what they're telling us. Okay? I'm going to make sure that we have it popped up here as well because it'll tell you exactly when it started, the time, what people are saying about it, and so on. Okay? So the concert starts at 9 right away. Come on, man. Come on, man. All right. Right away, a private security person, right, text messages someone to say this. Pull tons over the rail. It starts with that. Pull tons over the rail. Huh, what does that mean? Tons of bodies going over the cattle rails. Human, not cattle, by the way. Okay. Unconscious. Panic and fear in the people's eyes. This could get worse quickly. Okay? 9 o'clock they said this. 9 o'clock. Why were they already talking about people being pulled over the rails? The concert just started. How would that be? How would that be? How could this be? Literally, I'm so confused. Please hit the like. You guys are so amazing. I'm gonna read, like, we're reading it right from these reports, okay? Just so you know. So, it's right away at 9. This guy says, I know they will fight this, but I want it on record that I attempted to stop it. That I did not advise for this to continue. Someone will end up gone. And boy, oh boy, was this freaking security dude correct, wasn't he? In fact, 10 lives. And last we knew it was 8. So is it even honest? Is that even honest? Is it really 8? Is it 10? Is it more? So this was at the very start, all right? And at 9:02, this is when things really kicked off. Even due to the live stream, get this, ready? Do you guys remember how it was live streamed? Oh, golly. Don't we just love the cameras being able to hold them accountable for once? It's like, y'all, come on now. This is what we should have been doing all along, being like, oh, you think the cameras are for us? Me, he, ha, ha, right? It's for you, you creepers and you weirdos. That's who it's for. Because in this stream, you will hear people faintly yelling, stop the show. Again and again. Y'all, you are telling me at 9:13, 10 minutes. That's all it took. 10 minutes. For it to get to this place. 10 minutes. And people are already hearing it. And if you're hearing it faintly, that means they're screaming it and belting it with all of their being. That means these people were in fight or flight mode. And some of them, with the grace of God, got the getting, right? Like, thank the Lord that genuinely He touched those, made them aware, bad situation, boogie oogie, and intuition kicked in and really sent those people running. Praise God. Like, how wonderful is that? Like, that's amazing. Okay, so that's at 9:13. Thank you so much for joining me. It's totally fine, guys. Right? Done with festivals. Amen. After Pyro, this last time, honestly, girl, could be the same for me too. And it hurts. It sucks. It was such a beautiful experience at one point, and now this, it's messed up. All because what? Travis Scott wanted some fame, some money, 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 money. Your baby mama is rich, boo-boo. Okay? Your baby mama is wealthy as can be. Just have a sugar mama. You don't gotta be Mr. Thing, okay? Nobody's even catching on to Travis Scott. Like, it wasn't a thing, okay? Accept it. It's all right. All good. This didn't help you either. Devil don't want you. If the devil don't want you, my golly. The devil said, give me something, and laughed in your face and then spit in it and said, ha, you're an idiot. You just did that for me. Idiot. That's what he did. The devil used this man to do something horrible and then tricked him, because that's what the devil does. Oh my God, y'all. So this happens at 9:13. Again, at 9:16, we hear screams of, stop the show, stop the show. People are being crushed at this moment, at this very moment. At 9:22, so keep in mind, merely moments after this has started, these lives are already lost. They're already gone by 9:20. Most of them would have passed already. I just don't get it. I don't get how nobody's being held responsible. I don't get how nobody's doing anything about it. I don't get how Travis Scott's story could blatantly be wrong and dishonest and they're not charging him with anything. How is it that this seems like a legal way to do some damage? How is it that this seems that somebody knows that if a tragedy occurs in this manner, then nobody will be held responsible, right? Because it keeps happening at these same places. So weird with the biggest names. Why is that? Because they're trying to prove themselves to someone. You know, it doesn't happen at other concerts like I stated, Rusty Root or others. Why? Because they don't have to prove to anyone anything. They stand in the glory of their creation and their talent. They don't need the devil's promise to get them there. They don't. They're just blessed. And that's amazing. You could have had that. You could have went that route. But no. You chose this. You chose this. Travis Scott gave it a whole 2 days before his story was straight. We can look further into that and what Scott said soon enough. But this will blow your mind. One thing is certain is the doctor revealed the severely and widely contrasting narratives between what Travis Scott and his team said versus what dozens of concert goers and promoters and security and personnel have stated. So wait a minute, let's hear that again. One thing that you will see is there is widely contrasting narratives between Travis Scott, his team, and what dozens of concert goers, promoters, and personnel had said. So what does that mean? Everybody seems to be at odds with one another because nobody knew what was going on in the first place, apparently. They just didn't. That's wild to me. The festival is an excellent demonstration of poor communication, right? Very poor communication. And a poor staff and security. That's what this is. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. In a concert where over 50,000 people were to attend, you created an atmosphere more like hell than anything we've ever seen on Earth. Genuinely. And that to him would sound like a freaking compliment, because that's how sick they are, just so you know. It's not a compliment. You're disturbed. Okay? It's messed up. It's just insane to me that Live Nation and Astroworld would attempt this in this venue of all places. They were well aware the venue was not suitable for said festival. Again, I'll say it again. They were aware the venue was not suitable for said festival. What does that mean? He Tana Mojo'd this crap. He Tana Mojo'd it. He said, I'm going to do what I want, whether you like it or not. Oh, and now 10 lives. 10 lives later, because you had to be a stubborn pout, because you had to get the venue that didn't fit your event. It was too small, clearly. That's why the stage setup was trash. All of it, trash, absolute trash. The way they set it up, you could only go in. essentially. Let me make that real simple for you. You could only go in, okay? The way it was set up is there was two big side ones, so you're not going out the sides. Nope, you could just go forward. So if you were in the front, you ain't getting to the back. If you're in the back, you ain't getting to the front. The front doesn't know what's going on in the back. The back doesn't know what's going on in the front. And thus, chaos ensued, right? He did. He pulled a tent. I was like, what are you doing, bro? Madness. All right. He knew 50,000 people would not be fitting in this place. Officers even went to the venue, recommended rails, procedures, and safety precautions, in which they said, bah, and they peed it all into the wind, y'all. They said, no, thank you. We're good. Bye-bye, officer, loser, pig. Bleh. That's what they did. They said, we're good. What does a cop know about a concert? Y'all failed. Y'all failed big time, okay? They said that although they gave them several cautions about this, Live Nation did nothing to sort it out. Live Nation, where you at? Where you at? Y'all. And the messed part is it says they had a plan in case of emergency. But the police have not seen one to date. Their plan in case of emergency was save yourselves first, get the heck out, and pretend like nothing ever happened. They said, bye, so long, suckers, it ain't up to me. Like, what? I can't. I just cannot. Ugh. All right. Now that you have the whole rundown, sorry, I know it took a good hefty minute there, but now that you have the whole rundown of it, let's look at some of these papers. And we're going to look a little bit further into it, but then I'll let you guys go get up about your day because, my golly, we're hanging out today, aren't we, huh? We're just chilling. But that's good. Please hit the like if you haven't already. Like I said, it's the only thing I'll ever beg you for. But we got to help each other out here, right? All right. So I'm wearing my angel wings, by the way. And that's for Ezra. Because he's a good dude. I don't like this. I really don't like this. This is so terrible. We're going to look at the complaints real quick. This is Brianna Rodriguez, individual, 16. Y'all, good Lord. John Hilgert, 14. Jacob, 20. It's so hard. Madison, 23. Pino was 23. Bloat. And there's Ezra right there. 8. You got it right here. And bless his dad, y'all. He's gone through some ish. His dad has dealt with enough in his life. And the fact that these people have received online harassment after a tragedy happened in their lives. Some sick people out there, y'all. Sick people out there. Let me just collect myself real quick. Deep breath. We can do this. All right. I got it. It's important, and we have to talk about it. So, look at this. Ready? Body video? No. No camera issued. What? Okay. Let's look at this one. Body camera? No. Body camera? No. Not state issued? No. Okay. Okay. Where's all the body cameras? Where's the body cameras? What's going on here? You know what I mean? Like, where's that? I get it. Like, sometimes they have to, like, switch it off so they can discuss things with themselves, but I don't know. All right, here we go. On November 5th, 2021, citizens were in attendance of the Astroworld Festival. Yeah, at this... I thought it was NGL Park, but it's saying Reliant Parkway. Oh, in Houston. Yeah, okay. Multiple needed medical assistance for unknown reasons at the proximity of 2100 hours. As of 1100 hours on November 6, 2021, 8 had been declared deceased and 2 on life support. That's what it was. That's what it was. The 2 on life support. Okay. They were all sent to 5 different hospitals. Law enforcement officers and EMS were assigned to work the event, responded, and rendered aid. HPD responded to the scene after to take numerous victim reports. At this point, it was an investigation. It was not clear what caused the passing of these people. Okay, so this is, mind you, the very beginning. This is I'm assuming this is right after it happened. Okay, so keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. This is fresh after the incident. Okay, so there's gonna be things in here that we didn't hear overall. There's gonna be things in here. Y'all, come on. Have some freaking class. All right, here we go. It goes on. Administrative information. It goes on that it's Houston Police Department that's looking into that. That's who we're talking about here. Again, look at this. Body video not reviewed. Huh? Why? Where is the body cam? All right. Officers, Sierra, payroll, blah, 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 blah. We don't care. Dispatched to this event. I arrived. Tell Gina, I learned that there was several victims, both injured and deceased, from being in an overcrowded space and trampled on during a live performance at NRG Park. Furthermore, that is Kirby Drive location, utilized as a base to have concerned relatives and people check status on their loved ones. I remained on scene with several advocates and ensured that all received services and resources accordingly. I also assisted with answering phone calls and checking lists as people entered the building. Okay, Sierra. All right, it goes on. There was about 5 officers in total, so we're going to check out what they've got to say, right? Hey, yo, what does that say? Division. Oh, okay, I was like, huh? Excuse me, what? I just saw a blank squad, and that took me off guard, y'all. Okay, here we go. Sergeant Meek. Wow, isn't that interesting? Sergeant Meek is a part of the M Squad Night Division, and he traveled to the hospital at approximately 12:53 to conduct a follow-up investigation in response to the Travis Scott concert. We arrived at the hospital approximately 1:03 a.m., where we met Ruth, the charge nurse of the Bentub emergency room, who escorted me to a living patient that I observed living in the hospital bed and wearing a hospital gown in the hallway of the triage area. She advised that he was transported by the EMS. Sorry, I just read it. It was number 8. Okay. We can do this. Sorry. Okay, so it's number 8. He attempted to interview with the living patient and get details as to why he was transported and what transpired and about the family. And that someone saved his life by pulling him off the ground. I observed that Arturo was in major pain as he was crying and moaning often. I observed that Arturo continuously grabbed his chest with his hands, and he said that it had hurt a lot. It's only tougher from here. He asked if Arturo was on any substances. He may mumbled Molly to him. He was able to provide parents' phone numbers. Arturo was able to provide further information into these details. He did observe that he was in a lot of pain and confused state of mind, possibly a little ripped, I guess, and he was at the point of asking him if he was dead. Oh my gosh, you guys. He says that he observes injuries, that he was sent to get x-rays. He was able to reach the parents. He spoke with the sister. The sister stated that they traveled to Houston for the concert with a cousin. They were provided a number to speak with others. Okay. It says that the woman that was with him, this cousin, that she was trying to help, but he was trampled, and then the ambulance ended up taking him away before she could return his phone to him. The cousin states that she was with Arturo before they got separated to go to different stages. he was not taking substances by the cousin, and she stated that she had only smoked. They were notified of the condition and thanked them for the call. So basically they're saying they were on something. So, okay. Like, were they not still in this circumstance where they were okay? All right. Cool. Awesome. What? Alrighty. On November 6th, alright, who's this one now? We're looking at another officer, it looks like. Yeah, I think so. Okay, it's Sergeant Horn. Okay, Sergeant Horn was heard about the incident. He went to Astroworld at the same parkway. He was told that numerous people were reported to have been transported to different hospitals, and some had been pronounced passed upon arrival. He speaks that Meek and him were assigned to assist in a certain investigation. They ended up at the Ben Tubb Hospital and arrived where they met with the nurse Ruth, who had brought them directly from the event, they told them. Alright, so one was alive and the two others were pronounced gone, as I stated, and they were already in the morgue room waiting. So they met with them. They go down to have the first attempt to talk with the first one that was still alive, and they obtained information that they gave the driver's license. They go on to say that there was bruises, that they needed CPR, and few additional tests were done. Again, they go on to say that those who were pronounced deceased did indeed have some bruises. And, well, the first one, it says that they didn't have actually any visual observable trauma. They later learned that it was the asphyxia. Oh my gosh. So again, like I stated, these are already in that room, already in that morgue room. That's so crazy. Alright, it goes on to talk about the other individuals. And this is where it goes over their evidence and property. Okay, that's important because clearly they do have things like their smartwatches and their cell phones and their accessories. And what's on those? What's on those? Videos of the truth of what happened. Because you best believe that these concert goers were recording the whole time. You best believe that they're checking their phones and they can hear people screaming, please help, please stop, please wait, please help, right? Alright, so they go on to explain the list of where each person had gone and who had interviewed them. I do believe that we should read further into these things because it has specific text messages that are very significant to this ordeal because they directly say certain things that were happening, right? Oh my gosh, you guys, it's such a doozy. I can't fathom it. My heart, it really does break and hurt for these people. In my opinion, there hasn't been, so many of these cases. Like, this is something, believe it or not, that is still more rare, and it just doesn't look good. Why is there no body camera? Why do the stories not add up? Why was Travis repeatedly told to stop and he didn't? Why were there playing, the weird frequencies before the show? Why did all this happen? Like, and the convenient, timing of it being the third annual one, Kris Jenner's 66th birthday, right? None of it is good. This is all no bueno. And at first, as I stated, all of these people going to different hospitals, it really did worry me. I'm like, why are they doing this? Why are they sending them? But I get it. Again, they're not trying to overflow them, whatever. So on and so forth. Okay, so we are literally just like a few pages into this. Literally just a few pages into this. But I am going to have to save it for our next stream so that we can really sit down and look at this. Because y'all are going to need a snack or something first. Y'all are going to need to eat your dinner first or, be prepared, okay? Because if you thought that what we have discussed so far is a little nauseating, which it is absolutely horrific. This is terrible, right? I feel so uncomfortable. I feel so bad. It's only going to get wilder from here, okay? But what is important to know is that Astroworld was a ritual. It wasn't an annual event. It was a ritual event. Travis Scott has been arrested and charged in the past with inciting riots. And at a different show, someone fell off from the third story. And Travis Scott blamed them. Wow. That's madness to me. This is absolute madness. It is bonkers. There's no lengths that these people will not go for fame and glory, and it is horrible. The idols are not that significant anymore. Idols are no longer being worshipped and adored like they used to. So they are taking it to extremes. They gotta do what they gotta do to get that juicy going. Apparently, I don't know, you guys. It's not good. But they're doing whatever it takes to get a little bit of notoriety. Because even people will think, I don't know why I know that name, but I know there's something attached to that name. So, what happened? Travis Scott. Oh, I heard he's pretty sick, right? Da da da. They don't remember. Oh, Astroworld, loss of 10 lives, yada yada, right? They just think, oh, he was a part of some stuff. Heard he's pretty cool. No, not cool. Never was cool. Still isn't cool. You suck, Travis Scott. You do. You're a terrible person. This is horrible. This whole situation has been horrible. He couldn't even apologize. You know why? Because that would be taking some responsibility, and he can't. He can't do that. He won't. Woo, y'all. You just need to, make sure you are staying safe, stay awake, stay aware, stay well. Okay, tell your loved ones you love them. You don't need an excuse. Don't wait till it gets weird and you say, I love you, and they say, are you okay? Don't do it, all right? Do make sure to check out my memberships. It's as low as $2 holla, and it really helps me out. Other than that, you guys have been so amazing. I really do want to make sure that I give this the proper attention that it needs and deserves, because it is very serious. I am in no way trying to upset or harm or hurt or, bother any of the families involved by any means. I understand the gravity of this topic and the weight of it. I really do. I promise you I do. And I will treat it with such delicacy because my heart is in it. My heart has been in it since day one. Okay? I can't live in this world where these freak events can happen and no one does anything about it. Why does no one do anything about it? We can make that change. We can be that change. We can be that difference. And I would hope that you would want that. And the frequency, I do absolutely believe that that was real. And I can say that. That's my opinion. I absolutely believe they played frequencies to make people uncomfortable, to make them disturbed, and to upset them. I just can't, y'all. I cannot. This is the most recent that I've been working on. Again, just like and subscribe. You guys are so awesome. I so appreciate it. If you haven't heard about this, now you have. Tell me what you think. Do you think that this was indeed a ritual? Do you think that justice has been served in this case? Did you hear about this before? Did you even know about Astroworld? If you did you go? Were you a part of it? Right, I know. Just madness, you guys, madness, okay? Please do stay safe. Times are stranger than ever, and you matter, okay? You matter to me. You're not just someone that should be in a pile, okay? And forgotten. It's so wrong. And people are so desensitized that they just don't even care anymore. And that's why there's people out there like me who care too much, right? Who feel too much. Because I'm over here freaking wanting to bawl my eyes out and begging people, please just look at this. Just see that these narratives, they're not the same. They don't match. There's a problem here. These people deserve justice. Somebody should be held accountable. It was a ritual, and it's madness, right? It's all just bonkers. Whew, y'all. I cannot imagine. I cannot imagine. Again, I've been to plenty of concerts. I've been to plenty of festivals. I've done the dang thing, right? But never in my life could I imagine such a horrific experience. I'm going to mention it one more time. It looked like the pits of hell were genuinely opening up as people fell on top of one another. And it was just people on top of people, and that's what happens. The crowd just collapses in. In fact, there was aerial video showing that very thing for this event. If you haven't seen the videos, you might be better off not, okay? I would kindly suggest that you skip over that maybe and just listen to what is happening and things that had happened, because it's really hard. It's really hard for anyone who's been through something, when you hear those desperate screams for help and you know the outcome, don't do that. You know, don't do that to yourself. It's not worth it. At the risk of your own mental health, right? You have to make sure that you're okay too, so that we can take care of others, right? Absolutely. There's the right again. Darn it! I tried. Okay, let's see. I have a couple more I can show you guys right quick. And then I will let you go. But I do indeed plan on going further into these papers. Obviously, I am very, very much passionate about this. The painting that we had sent, I paid for everything, like made sure it got there in time for Christmas. It was beautiful. It was such a beautiful piece. And I just feel like it was a really good thing to do. It was a really nice thing to do, and I wish that I could do this for more people. I wish I could help more people when hard times hit and no one comes to help. I'm so tired of that. I'm so tired of seeing these mass casualty events and nobody cares and nobody helps and nothing changes and it keeps happening. If we don't talk about it and force them to talk about it, then nothing will change. Okay, so please choose to be a part of that change. Because you can be. We have to be. Right? Thank you again so much for joining me. Thank you, Cal, and to anyone who donated. I so appreciate it. Always take care of yourselves and your families first. But you know that it really does help me out. And it means a lot to me. Check out my other socials if you haven't already. And yeah, make sure you're taking care of yourselves too, okay? Give yourself a break from YouTube and the seriousness of all this, because yeah, it's a lot and it can get heavy. So yeah. All right, I'll see you guys soon.